Hi everyone. In this video, I will show you real world deployment scenario. So let's start from a small deployment. It can be a small network where they want to use firewall as a edge firewall. So this is as a edge firewall and they have only one ISP. In later video, I will show you if they have more than one internet service provider. Anyway, in this case, they have only one ISP and they are using firewall as an edge. So we will access this firewall on port number 4. Okay. This firewall and the core switch, there will be ether channel configure. Similarly, between core switch to access layer switch 1, there is ether channel, and core switch and access layer switch 2, there is ether channel configure. The end devices are connected to the access layer switches, and similarly the end devices are connected to the access layer switch 2 as well. And these end devices can be anything. In this case, we take them PC1, PC2, PC3 and PC4. Now there should be VLAN configure, and every organization, even though it's a small network, but still they have VLAN. So VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. Suppose VLAN 10 is HR, VLAN 20 is sales, VLAN 30 IT and VLAN 40 security or whatever the department. Okay, so we're gonna put PC1 and VLAN 10, PC2 and 20, PC3 and 30, PC4 and VLAN 40. Okay, so we need to create the VLANs here as well, and then the system has to be reachable to the internet. Okay, and we need to create a ether channel on this side. Under the ether channel, we're gonna configure these VLAN to go to the firewall, and then they can go outside to reach to the internet. So let's start from the core switch, the configuration. For this topology, I hope so you have the knowledge of NSE4. You can go through my course NSE4, and you have a knowledge of CCNA and CCNP. You can go through my CCNP course where we discuss in detail ether channel and switch configuration. So let's start from the core switch. Okay, and go to configuration. Here I need to create 3 ether channel, 0001, 0203 and then 11 and 10. Okay, so let's start the ether channel between core and firewall. So interface range G0/0-1. I need to verify, yeah, 0, and hit enter. Now for the ether channel, what we do is better to make them shut down. And now after that, we need to configure the channel protocol and channel group, and then we need to make them a trunk. So what I will do, channel protocol LACP, which is the standard one, and channel group 1, and mode is passive, because we will make the mode here active, so it's better to keep them passive this side. Okay, and after that, switch port mode trunk, switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, and now I can type switch port mode trunk. Okay, and no shutdown. So now we are done with the channel configuration between core switch and firewall. Okay, now similarly we need to create a ether channel between access layer switch 1 and core switch. So I will copy the script because now you know. So what I will do the same thing. Here is interface range, which is 0/2 and 3. Then switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, channel group 2, because one I already give to here, and make them active, channel protocol LACP, and no shutdown. So let me copy the script, because now we know how to configure them. Okay, and paste. So another port channel has been configured between core switch and access layer switch 1. Similarly here, so I will do the same thing, only change the range G11 and G10, because this range is not in the same range, so I put them separately, and encapsulation .1q, mode trunk, and this is group 3 and active, channel protocol LACP, and no shutdown. So it's so easy. It's a CCNA level stuff. Okay, and let me exit from here and paste again. So 3 ether channel I created here in the core switch. Now the VLAN which belong here, VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40, we need to create the same VLAN in the core switch. Okay, so what I will do in the core switch, let me exit. So VLAN 10 and name them HR. VLAN 20, name them, I believe it's IT or whatever. 20 is sales, sorry. Similarly, VLAN 30 and name is, if you want to give them a name, so VLAN 30 is IT. And VLAN 40 and name is SIG. And exit from here. Exit from here. Show VLAN brief. So we have 10, 20, 30 and 40. So we create the VLAN as well. The same VLAN. Next thing what I need to do, we need to make this core switch as a VTP server. Okay. So what I will do here, go to the core switch. I'm already and VTP domain is suppose test. So because by default it's null, so it's become test, and VTP version we are using version 2. Okay, and VTP, if you want to keep the password, so you can keep the password. I don't need anything, that's it. And we are done with the core switch. Let's go back. Yeah, we are done. By default as server, so I don't need to type that command. If you see that there is a command, so VTP mode is server by default, so no need to change that one. Okay, the device mode is by default, we already know this one. So the core switch configuration is done. We create 3 ether channel, we create 4 VLANs. Okay, and after that we make them VTP domain server. Done. And now let's go to the other switch, access layer switch 1. So the same we need to do here. First we need to go to enable, go to configuration, host name, access layer switch 1. Okay, we change the host name, and now I need to create the same ether channel here, 0001. So I will copy the script here. Okay, interface range 0 and 01, these two, I'm in this switch. Trunk encapsulation, mode trunk, mode passive, because we done this side active, channel protocol LACP, and no shutdown, because it's the same thing. So I will not waste the time, and here. Okay, and after that what I will need to do, VTP I need to change, even it will be changed automatically. Let's see, when the ether channel is up, so it will do the same thing, but if it is not, so do show VTP status, so it will be changed. I believe it will be changed automatically. It will get the domain name when the ether channel is up. It's not get yet, but if check again, okay, it's not yet because the port channel is just up. Yeah, it's get now, so you can see they get them automatically. And if it is not, it's better to do VTP domain name is test, but it's already set, and the VLAN will be distributed automatically here. So if I check show VLAN brief, so now you can see the same VLANs are here as well, so I don't need to create those. It will be automatically, as we know from the CCNA levels. Okay, so this access layer switch is done. However, I need to put this port 2 and port 3 and VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, which is not. You can see all the port belong to VLAN 1. So what I will need to do, go to configuration and interface. Let's go to our topology. 02 belong to VLAN 10. So interface G02 switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 10. Similarly, 0/3, let's go to 0/3 and switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN, sorry, it's wrong, it's VLAN 20. Okay, and let's verify again, show VLAN brief. So here you can see 02 belong to HR and 03 belong to sales as per our topology. 02 10 and 03 VLAN 20. Let's go to access layer switch 2. Let me show you, by the way, there is nothing configured. Let me change the host name, then I will show you. You may thinking that I already configured. So if I say do show VLAN brief, so you can see no VLAN is yet here. And what else? Yeah, so nothing is there. So the first thing I need to create the ether channel. So for that, again, I will do interface G0/1, 0/1, 0 and 01 at switch port trunk encapsulation .1q, switch port mode trunk, channel group mode passive because we done this side active, and channel protocol LACP and no shutdown. So let's go to here and paste. Okay. And after that, the VTP domain will be automatically here. Okay. And the VLAN will be here. However, I need to put 02 and 03 and VLAN 30 and VLAN 40. Okay. So we just done here. It was 10 and 20. Here is 30 and 40, the same port. So I will copy and paste from here because it's so easy. So let me copy and let's go to switch. Okay. And exit from here. So I say that what is called interface 0/2 switch port mode access and access VLAN 30, 03 and access VLAN 40. Okay. And exit from here, show VLAN brief. So I hope so all the VLAN is here. Okay, because by mistake we create this one. So that switch is also server. So that's why the VLAN is here. Anyway, leave it that one. We are interested only in these. And port number 2 is in IT30 and 03 and 40 as per our topology. Okay. So the switches configuration is done. This is the way to configure switches. Okay, only we need to do these things. Next, what I need to do, I need to go to the firewall and I need to do the basic configuration. Okay, so the firewall is not going to let me start them again. This is the way. Sometime if it is not working and eve ng, so you need to do it like this. And let's start. Now I need to do the basic configuration. Port number 4 as a management. So this is basically cloud. Okay, cloud 1, and cloud 1 I can access in my browser. Okay, I hope so you know that one. And also this one is also cloud. So this is connected to cloud to access the internet, and this one even you can get the internet on this one as well. So this will be for management purpose. So let's go to the firewall and start it or not. Let's see. Yeah, so admin, and there is no password. Hit enter. 123 new password and hit enter. So nothing is configured. First, I need to configure this port to access this firewall. So we done this in the what is called an NSE4. So first, what I will do, I will change the host name. So I will go to config system global, set host name and end. So I change the name to firewall. Okay, sorry. And next thing, what I need to do, I need to go to config system interface, port number 4. Mode static, and set the IP and allow these access. So we done this one. Let me copy and paste. Okay, so basically what I done on this port number, I put this IP and allowed HTTP, HTTPS and SSH telnet and ping. That's it. We done this one. Yeah, NSE4. So now I can access this system through this IP and my browser through the help of this cloud. Okay, so let me type in the browser and admin 123 the password I set. Just begin. Okay, and just okay, and don't show this one and click OK. Now we need to do all the configuration on the firewall side. So first we need to go to the interfaces. Okay, network and interfaces. So what we can do, we have port number 1 is internet, port number 2 and 3 will belong to the ether channel, and port number 4 is management. So why not give them a name? Port number 1, which is this one. So here we will type internet. Okay, and the role will be WAN. We know. So it's get IP automatically. I will make them manual. Okay, and I don't need this HTTP, this one. I just need ping only in case if you want to test them, and click OK. So we change the name to the internet. Okay, and this they get the IP from the internet. Port number 2. Port number 2 and 3 will be the part of ether channel. So let's give them a name, link 1. Okay, and don't do anything, that's it. Link 1, and port number 3, which is this one, will belong to port channel. So let me give them link number 2 and okay. So link number 1 and link number 2, port 2 and 3. I just give them a name. It will be easy to distinguish. Now port number 1, I give them a name. Port number 4 is management. So you can go to this one and you can type here MGMT. It's better to give them a name as well. So we give them a name. Now it's so easy. Now let's start to configure ether channel. So because on this side, these port 2 and 3, this side we already configure. If you go to the core switch, so it will be I don't think so it will be up. So if we type show ether channel summary, okay, so we have 3 ether channel. So this one is suspended, port number 1, the name we give them this one, because the other side is not configured. So let's start to configure them. Go to create new and go to interfaces and give them a name, suppose aggregate internal. So we have aggregate internal, and let me give them the same name here as well. And from the type, just choose this one, aggregate, and the member we have port number link. This why I give them a name, link 1 and link 2. Okay, and that's it. We don't need to do anything. Okay, and we are done, and click OK. So now you can see it's green and it should up now, I believe. Yes. So previously it was suspended, and if we check again, and here is now it's showing P, and we know that P means bundle and port channel. So previously it was suspended because one side was configured, the other side was not configured. Done. What else? So ether channel is ready on this side and this side. Now we need to configure these VLAN under this ether channel. So what I need to do, I need to go to create new and go to the interfaces, and what is the VLAN? VLAN 10, first one. So let me give them a name, VLAN 10. Okay, let me copy this one and paste. So VLAN 10 and choose VLAN, and interface choose the aggregate, and VLAN ID is 10 because this is VLAN 10. Okay, and here you can type the IP address for VLAN 10. So we type 10 range. Okay, so the gateway will be this firewall 10.254 and 24, and let me allow the ping so that we can test them. So for these devices, the gateway will be the firewall because it's a small network. We do like this. Okay, so 10.254, the final IP, and just allowed ping. And also let's enable DHCP because in small network they use the firewall for multiple purpose. So the DHCP will start from 2 and it will end with 253 because 254 we assign here. Okay, and also the DNS, let's verify the DNS 8.8.8.8. we will assign this one. So I enable DHCP as well and click OK. Okay, under the aggregate we have VLAN 10. Similarly, let's go to create new interface and VLAN 20. And VLAN 20 under the aggregate, and it should be VLAN 20. Okay, and here the IP will be 20.254. Okay, and allowed the ping here as we decide 20. Okay, and also DHCP and change the last IP to 253 and also specify the DNS and click OK. So now under this aggregate we have another VLAN. Similarly, we need to create another one, create new and VLAN 30, and under the aggregate this should be 30, and this should be 30, and allowed the ping, and DHCP change this one and click OK. So if we click here, so VLAN 10, 20 and 30 ping is allowed, and the final one is VLAN 40, this one. And similarly, if you have more, you can follow the same process. 40 under the aggregate 40, and here so 192.168.40.254 allowed the ping and also enable DHCP and change the last IP, and here 8.8.8.8, and I believe we are done. This is 40, yes, correct, and click OK. So now all the VLANs, similarly you can follow if you have more in organization, but here I give an example 4 only. So interfaces are okay. Next we need to configure DNS. So the DNS we will use 8.8.8 and 8844 and apply. After that we need to use static route. So static route is this one. It will go to this IP 172.129.129.254, and here we will use internet, and the gateway is this IP, and click OK. So the gateway is configured. Next we need the policy. So firewall policy, and here I will say that VLAN 10 to internet. Okay, so if the traffic is coming from VLAN 10 and they are going to the internet, just allow them. The source can be, you can make them specific VLAN 10, but anyway in this case I will say all. You know this one, yeah, you need to make them specific. Net has to be enabled and all session, and click OK. Okay, similarly let me copy this one and let me paste below, and just change this name to VLAN 20. Internet, and change this to VLAN 20 and enable the policy, and click OK. So I say VLAN 10 to internet, VLAN 20 to internet, and now copy and you can say paste below, and now VLAN 30. Internet, and from here choose VLAN 30 and just allow this policy, and OK. Okay, similarly the last one is copy and we can paste below and just change the name to internet and change this to 40 and just enable this policy. So we create 4 policy for separate VLAN. Okay, the net is also enabled, and I hope so each and everything is okay now. So we have DNS, we have default route, we have net, and we have each and everything configured. And now let's move to the PC to verify. So let's go to PC1 and right click here, go to network manager, and it will get IP automatically. Just say connect. So it will get IP from the range of 10, and as they get 10.2 they get them. So if we terminal and if we type fconfig and if we type route, so the route is 10.254. yes, it's correct. And let me go to 888, so you can see it's going to the internet. So this one is okay. Let's go to PC2 and right click, and it will get IP automatically from the DHCP server. And from here let me open a browser this time rather than to ping. So 20.2 is get okay, and let's go to facebook.com. okay, anything, let's go to Wikipedia or whatever. Yeah, so it's working. And let's go to PC3 as well and right click, go to network manager, okay, and connect. And from here let's go and open a browser. It's get 30.2, so it's correct. facebook.com. So I hope it's working. Yes, it's working. And let's go to the final one, which is PC4 network manager. Okay, if you have Windows system, then you need to go to the network interface and you can verify from there. In this case I'm using Linux, so it's get 40.2. okay, I will show you the IPs there as well. And let's go to Hotmail or whatever. Yeah, it's working. and you can go to firewall, go to dashboard, and go to FortiView sources. So there will be 4 sources: 40.2, 20.2, 30.2, and 10.2. So it's working. And destination, we go to different destination. Okay, and FortiView session, so it's created the sessions and it's working. And also we can logs, and you can see forwarding traffic from here. We have 40, 20, 10, 30, and 20. All the system from VLAN 10, VLAN 20, VLAN 30, and VLAN 40. So each and everything is working. And if you go to the interfaces, so from here you can verify the DHCP as well. You can see it's DHCP range, so they give them this range, and you can verify. Okay, from here as well there is advanced, and we can verify the assignment address rule. There is option as well, I forgot, but yeah, it should be here somewhere when you click. So yeah, this one, so you can see it's there as well, 10.2, and also issuing. So they are providing the IPs here automatically. So this was a small topology for a medium organization. When they have only one firewall, they have a small budget to use one firewall and one ISP, and then this is the way to configure.